Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday morning. And hey, by the way, it's the last day of January. We already made it through 1 month of this new year. My co-host Benji Escobar is joining me right now. Can you believe we already made it through January, Benji?
Yeah, we're over my birth month already, so I guess the celebrations stop now.
The celebrations stop now. Yeah. But I think you keep those celebrations going all the time, Benji.
Yeah, every weekend.
Every weekend. That'll catch up with you sooner or later. Trust me. Benji, we want to thank you for being here, but also everyone who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here at 10 a.m. live every Monday through Friday when HCC is in session. And Benji, they can also catch us in social media and on our cable channel.
Yeah, we're live on Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District, and on YouTube. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and our own TV channel, HCCTV, where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So, Benji, let me ask you, do you usually go out and celebrate on St. Patrick's Day?
No, but I guess this year I will because we have a very special guest.
Yeah, we have a very special guest. I know it's already early. We're in January, but it's time to talk St. Patrick's Day because why not? We're going to be talking about the Irish Stew Cook-Off, and we've got Ginger Simon joining us. She is the Cook-Off Chair of Houston St. Patrick's Parade Commission, and she's our Tasty Tuesday guest. Ginger, good to see you. We're going to be checking in with you very shortly, so stick around because we're going to hear all about the Big Irish Stew Cook-Off, and I understand you got a special demo you'll do for us, something everybody loves. All right, Benji will be with you shortly, but first we want to kick things off. You know, we start every semester talking with the presidents across our colleges throughout the district, and today we're joined by Dr. Zachary Hodges. He has joined us once again. He's an old pro on the show. Dr. Hodges, good to see you again.
Unmuted, right? Okay. Hey, Tom, good to see you. Glad to be
here.
We're
going to talk all about that new Katy campus because I know you're awfully proud of it. But let's kick off talking about some good things. Really, we're seeing this across the district, and you guys have seen a bit of a rise in your enrollment. Maybe you can tell us about that at the Northwest College.
Well, I think, students are waking up to the fact of what are we going to do next? I think we've all suffered from this period of isolation and cloistering and so forth. And students are now coming back and they're realizing they don't want to be online. Sometimes there's a good reason to be, but the truth is, if you want to be successful, you need to be on campus with an instructor, participating in the college activities. So we're really seeing those students come back, and enrollment reflects that.
You know, it's hard to believe it was almost 3 years ago that we left the offices for spring break, and we didn't return for quite some time. When you left in March of 2023 for spring break, did you anticipate, I know you guys had meetings thinking that this COVID thing could be a big problem. Did you think in your mind, in any shape or form, that it could be as monumental as it was and really changing the way we do things?
And it really is changing everything. I think that a lot of the changes are subtle. A lot of them are pretty dramatic, but things are changing. You know, the whole technology thing, the way we interact, the decisions that we're making, the way we're working, everything's changing. You know, but it's still, it's still going to be about how do you make a living, how do you support your family, and how do you get an education that reflects those new skills and technology.
You opened the new Katy campus recently, and you guys are moving full forward ahead. You had a ribbon cutting not that long ago. Tell us a little bit about the structure itself for people who have not seen the campus yet.
Well, I'm real excited about the new Katy campus because it was an opportunity for me and for Houston Community College to build out a campus for today's students. The fact is, learning occurs everywhere all the time now. With Google, with our access to technology, today's times are different and learning is different. So the campus is really a focus on that, wide hallways, boards all around the campus, interaction helped by staff throughout the campus, an open environment, and it's just real exciting. But it's for today's student.
And how many classrooms are we looking at? I mean, you mentioned whiteboards around the campus, the wide hallways. I understand you got classrooms, computer labs, science labs, all that stuff there.
40 classrooms, open concept as far as the library, and our advisors come out to you to greet you, to make the experience as pleasant as possible as far as getting enrolled. And then once you get enrolled, they make it as pleasant as possible for you to get the resources you need, whether it's tutoring, accessing information, whatever that might be. We're providing it at that new Katy campus. And again, students are responding. Enrollment's up about 25% at that campus. And I think we're going to see students gravitate to us and to our new campus as that gateway to their future.
I would imagine also, too, that partnership you have with the University of Houston with the Engineering Academy is also very attractive because, you can stay in Katy, learn in Katy, grow in Katy, and then also save a lot of money in the long term for a 4-year degree.
Absolutely. Take dual credit through Houston Community College in high school, go to the community college, finish your associate degree, then transfer over to U of H at Katy, starting Katy, finishing Katy. It's a clear pathway, and I think that's what's unique. A lot of times it's confusing for students, but this is not confusing. We'll tell you, this is what you do, and if you do it, then you'll be successful.
You also, I know you guys had one of the first maker spaces, I believe, was it at the West Houston Institute, and that's up and running. But you also, do you have one out in Katy as well?
We do. We have a mini maker space that's staffed, and then we have a creative space for our arts and design students. And we believe that in project-based learning by doing, which forces teamwork, it forces understanding that wherever you start's not where you finish, all of those kinds of critical skills. But creativity and doing are major success point for the future and anybody's future. So if you can create, and if you can do, and if you can work in a team, you're going to be successful. So we're going to teach you how to do that.
You kind of mentioned the fact that your advisors go out and greet people, but you also have a learning commons and a welcome center. Maybe you can tell us about those.
Well, it's an open environment. You walk in the front, there's one entrance into the building. You have access to having your questions answered. You look to the right, there's our open library and resources and tutoring. You look to the left, there's our registration and advisement, and then also our makerspace. And all of that is right there on the first floor when you walk in. Wide open. The makerspace has a glass entrance. The creativity space has a glass entrance. So you can walk by students and entice students into that space very easily.
I know one of the main things for Houston Community College is to answer the demands of the workforce in the community for each community. Speaking with the leaders out there, maybe you can tell us, I know you have advisory boards, you meet with the Chamber of Commerce in the Katy area. What is the big demand out there as far as the jobs that are needed in that market?
Well, you name it. Everything the Houston Community College provides. I wish we provided it at the Katy campus, but you can get it somewhere and somewhere close. Tremendous need for the skills, trades, advanced manufacturing, cybersecurity, which we're offering, advanced manufacturing, which we're offering, but it's all available to you at a ridiculously low price. Yeah. And in 6 months, you can change your life. So it's incredible. You can transfer, or you can get that skill that's critical to help your family.
And I know since the pandemic, a lot of funding is available for our students. And we offer not only scholarships, but we offer payment plans, financial aid for our students. But there's a lot of alternate ways of getting funding for the programs. Is that something that students out in the Katy area could look for as well?
Well, and a lot of times that holds students back from even coming to the campus, but we'll help them figure that out. We'll go through the financial aid process with them, applying for scholarships, helping them find a part-time job while they're going to school. Yeah. We're inexpensive enough to where there's no reason that a student can't go to school. We will figure that out for them and help them figure it out, but they got to show up.
Right. Right. And which is important to mention is that we still do have registration going on, folks. You can take shorter sessions, but make sure you register today. And out there in Katy, I imagine you have some shorter sessions available that people can still register for.
Absolutely. We have a second start, and it's going to start next week or the week after. You can get your entire semester in by December and then go back at it in January. So no reason not to go to college.
Dr. Zachary Hodges, the president of HCC's Northwest College. Always great to see you. I imagine you see it I'll see you at a board meeting soon too.
Absolutely. I'm excited. We've got momentum and we're moving forward, Scott. Todd, excuse me. That's my next appointment.
There you go. Dr. Hodges, thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon. All right. Benji, we've got some exciting news to talk about because of course, we got the middle of March, and everybody knows that St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. We're in February, well, getting ready to go into February, but it's not too early ever to talk about St. Patrick's Day. And you've got a guest there to talk to you on Tasty Tuesday.
Yeah, and without planning it, I actually kind of dressed for the occasion with this green, but we're moving on to Ginger Simon, cook-off chair of the Houston St. Patrick's Parade Commission and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Welcome to the show, Ginger.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So you have an event coming up to raise funding for the Houston St. Patrick's Parade. But before we get into it, tell us about the St. Patrick's Parade Commission.
Well, St. Patrick's Parade Commission has been functioning for 63 years. We've had a parade functioning other than the pandemic in 2020, a parade for 63 years. Before that, Houston had a parade starting in 1888. When they moved the Dick Dowling statue from locations, and that was like they consider the official first. But during World War II, it went into hiatus, and the family that runs it now is the one that started back up in 1963, the Currens family, with the help of many families like the Hancock family, the Miggins family, and many others that have supported the parade and with events and cook-offs at home usually.
I'm glad to hear that it's been going on for so long. But now let's get into the event itself. When and where will it be?
Well, we're having it at a new location, February 4th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tequila Bee at 2727 North Freeway. This is like their soft opening first event. Everybody's going to get to preview the new venue. The backyard is massive. So it's going to be so much fun once everybody kind of gets moved in and gets to see the space, and he starts putting more things in because he's kind of holding off on a few things for us so we can fit more people in. We have a 50 by 50 deck so people can sit up kind of high and see over the cooks and the cornhole going on, the bouncy house. We'll have live bands in the backyard. We'll have some acoustic people playing inside most of the day. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I bet. And so I keep seeing this Irish stew thing. I just don't know what it is. Can you tell me what it consists of?
It's basically potatoes, carrots, and lamb. Okay. It's a very basic stew. It's like the stew of the poor man of Ireland. Some people like to call it, but you can add cabbage and you can add barley and you can add some things. Somebody tried to do mushrooms one year. That didn't go well. That's a French thing. Oh. The British, Irish, French, they don't know. But, everybody tries something new. But we have other entries as well. We start the day off with Irish coffee. And because who else, coffee in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have Irish coffee in the morning to compete. And then we have an Irish dessert competition Then we have an open Irish dish. So you can try so many different Irish dishes because people make Colcannon, they'll make bangers and mash, which is more English, but a lot of people do that. Different, maybe they'll do a different kind of stew. They'll do just about all kinds of things. Lamb sliders. Someone makes Irish tamales. I haven't had those in a while, so I'm hoping someone brings those this time. It's just you can't even describe it. It's so good. And then we have, of course, the chef specialty. So we want to include all the restaurants that we can in the cook-off. So we always had a chicken entry, but why don't we just expand that entry and say whatever your specialty is, why don't you come with and hang out with us and have some fun and cook. And then, of course, we have Irish stew and chili. You can't have a cook-off in Texas without chili. So we had to have chili. So everybody can make chili, right, in Texas. Yeah. So we have a good time. We have handmade awards this year by one of our chairman, Sean Kearns, is making an awards himself this year. Last year, we were kind of short a few by the vendors, so that didn't go over so well. So we're fixing that. And but yeah, we have vendors and stuff for the kids, and it's just stuff. It's a fun day. Yeah, sorry.
You're fine now. And I think you said something about Colcannon. What is that specific item there?
Colcannon is one of my favorites because it's just, you don't think about what it is. It's mashed potatoes and cabbage kind of mushed together.
Okay.
And it has this like unique flavor, and you just smother it in butter and salt, and it's just the best of both worlds of potatoes and cabbage.
Don't get me started on butter and salt. That's a pretty good.
I know, right?
So it looks like it's going to be a well-rounded event. I mean, you're going to, go ahead.
Sorry. We're going to have the Blaggards there, which is a huge local band that plays Irish Stout. They're headlining at 4:30. We have some cover bands. If you like Thin Lizzy, we have their cover band coming in, Think Lizzy. And we have the Mongo Cross Orchestra. He's been playing some comic book conventions lately, and he's been touring a little bit. So it's exciting to have him back, and we have Godfrey's Rangers and Katy's Celts. So I mean, just tons of music that everybody can enjoy, whether it's you want more acoustic, laid back, or let's get some rock and roll going.
Okay, and any other festivities that are going to be offered there?
We have the bouncy house for the kids, and then we have cornhole as well. So Guinness is coming to bring in their photo booth. So you can do photos in the Guinness photo booth. They're also going to bring free sampling from 1 to 3. So they have different products, not just Guinness, the dark Guinness. They have other products. Okay. So they always bring us something new every year. There's a Guinness Zero. You have to come and try it. I can't even describe it. And just so they always have something fun to bring to us as a sponsor as well. Guinness is our sponsor. And so is the Fine Arts Foundation. And so we give many thanks to them for supporting us and the parade.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I myself haven't had a Guinness, but I've heard it's one of the best beers out there. I mean, would you say yourself is that? Yes, but be prepared. You only drink a couple. You eat 2 or 3 and you're done. It's bread in a bottle, So it's very dense. It's so good and creamy, and you're supposed to drink the whole royal pint in 6 to 7 swallows. Oh, okay. Yes. So that's the proper way to drink it anyway. That's how I was told anyway a couple of years back. So this sounds like an amazing event. So where's the address? Do you have that, or
sure?
What's the cost of it?
It's $15 to get in, and that's a donation to the parade. We do have a Groupon. If you have a big group and you want to bring like your big family or something, we do have a Groupon going on, so you can go find us on Groupon real easy. But it's $15 at the door. We have T-shirts for sale. I have some lapel pins we've had for, that are little flags, that are fun to sell. But you can find us at 2727 North Freeway. And it's a new place called Tequila Bee, and they'll hopefully still have their sign up. But it's a little building with a giant backyard, so don't let the little building fool you.
Sounds good. And I know you're making a little something for us this morning. And
yes,
could you let's see what that is.
Well, I have my coffee, so we're gonna do some Irish coffee because it's morning time, right?
Yeah.
So Irish coffee is 3 things. Well, if you add the whipped cream, it's good. It's 4, but it's 6 ounces 6 ounces of coffee. So we're just going to do this here. I don't know, you can't see it very well, but a little coffee. And then we have 2 ounces of Bailey's. So I got 2 of these to put in there. So we'll put that in there. There we go. It's probably more than an ounce. We won't tell anybody.
All right.
And then we have Irish whiskey. Gotta have Bailey's has whiskey in it, but we'll do more whiskey, right? So, shot of Irish whiskey. And we give that a little stir. And if you have whipped cream, the best thing to do is you shoot a little, and I made some this morning. So,
fresh whipped cream.
So, whipped cream's always better homemade. I can't, ever since I started making it homemade, I can't make. So just spray a little on here. Let's get that in the camera. Can we? I don't know. We'll try this. I haven't done this on camera before. A little whipped cream. What I like, and I couldn't find my green sugar, but you can spray. They have like the raw sugar. You can spray, put some green sugar on them on top, and then that's it. You have your Irish coffee.
Okay. So
hey, Ginger, I've got a question for you. So I haven't made Irish stew in decades, but when I did, I always put Irish whiskey in it.
Some do Irish whiskey. Some do a stout beer.
Yeah, the stout.
For Guinness.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
And
so we didn't mention that before because you got to make the Irish stew. You got to put some booze in it if you're going to.
That's right. That's right.
There you go. Ginger, thanks for being here on the show. We appreciate you joining us on Tasty Tuesday. We look forward to the festival, and we'll have all the information on the festival in our social media post after the show where people can find tickets.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Ginger Simon, cook-off chair at the Houston St. Patrick's Parade Commission. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
All right. We've got a few announcements to wrap things up. Benji, you think you're going to get yourself a little Guinness this year for St. Patrick's?
I probably will. And I'll probably make myself one Irish coffee here right now, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think you have permission to make Irish coffee this morning, but okay. Good try there. Good try there. Yeah, we'll tell the guys in the studio if you sneak away, they need to keep an eye on you. Okay, Paths to Profession job fairs. Those are coming up. So if you're a student seeking work, we've got some work for you. Eligible work-study students are encouraged to register and attend a Path to Profession job fair to secure part-time student work. Still coming up are 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. today. That's right, today, Tuesday, January 31st at the Northline campus. Check our post after the show for a link to register. And Men in Business workshops coming up as well, Benji.
Yeah, from the MBDA Recovery Center. Don't miss out on this prime opportunity for the Pandemic Recovery Center to pick up the minds of elite entrepreneurs. The kickoff event is Thursday, February the 2nd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. and it's going to take place at the HCC Southwest West Loop campus. And check out our post after the show for a link to register.
Okay, Mental Health 101. Yep, Monday was Mental Health Monday. We do that once a week around here. But HCC and the National Alliance of Mental Illness are unveiling basic mental health challenges and symptoms in discussing current statistics related to identification, treatment, and recovery. This is a virtual event. Wednesday, February the 8th, so it's a week from tomorrow, noon to 1:15 p.m. The session is open to all HCC students, faculty, staff, and their circles of support. Check our post after the show to register for this virtual event. And we've got a faculty exhibition, which is going on right now as well, Benji.
Yeah, Such Sweet Sorrow, an Amy Lee faculty exhibition. The HCC faculty member, Amy Lee, painting is tenderness turned inward. There is a rhythm that forms in the stillness of emergence. And when it is done, the sadness of separation slowly sets in, she says, until she picks up her brush again. This is going to take place through April 6th. Again, another event at the HCC Southwest West Loop Gallery, and it's going to be free. So definitely go check that out and check out our post for just information how to go there.
Okay, Healthy Relations Scholarships. That's right. Earn $500. You might need this, Benji. Just in time for Valentine's Day, HCC's counseling services, faculty, and OIE is offering 2 healthy relationship scholarships. The full name is Love and Intimacy in Healthy Relationships. Most current HCC students enrolled in spring classes can share their love for art or prose by writing a 500-word essay or creating any piece of artwork. The deadline to turn in your essay or artwork is Sunday, April the 9th. You got a little time to do it. Check our post after the show for the email with for your submissions. And as we mentioned earlier, we were talking to Dr. Hodges. Spring 2023 registration is still open. Second start starts next week, but you also have shorter sessions as well. 5 ways to learn, 1 place to register. Register today at hccs.edu/apply. Okay. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to be speaking with an HCC faculty member whose Donate for Life team won first place for a Rose Bowl parade float. Congrats on that. And another faculty member will be here to talk about an upcoming book about his stepfather, who is a missing Vietnam vet, as well as the overall culture of missing persons. All that and more tomorrow on Up to the Minute. Benji, you got your plans for the next week set? You going to be keeping busy?
Yeah, and I'm probably going to do that healthy relationship scholarship. I mean, it's $500.
$500. You could buy a lot of dinners for the girlfriend there, right?
I could, yeah. All the restaurants we've been talking about for the past weeks.
Yeah,
I'll take a all of them with those $500.
Okay. All right. Good luck with that, Benji. Get working on that. Thanks everyone for joining us this morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning live 10 a.m. right here for Up to the Minute.